and I see burning chickens just walking in front of the car. Now, any of you guys that know anything about voodoo, anything about black magic, or anything of the sort, you would know burning chickens are a very bad sign. Aloe bonsoir. I am the Mademoiselle and Sassy Dixième Chanel. How you doing, guys? I know y'all missed me. I haven't posted on this channel since literally 12 days of Halloween 2023. But y'all, I needed a break, y'all. 12 days of Halloween took a lot out of me. And then on top of that, I was moving or whatever, and I'm still not settled. Hence why we are filming in front of Le Bar. I don't even have a drink, but y'all could go get a drink for this one, because as y'all see by this title, we're gonna be doing another personal voodoo story. Now, I realized besides my mermaid stories, like, the personal voodoo stories be hitting. So I was like, you know what? Why not gift y'all for this merry holiday season with a personal voodoo story time? Now, I would do way more of these, except every time I do one of these, I have to literally hide a lot of details, because if you guys are not aware, moi faite à coiffe, okay, I was born with a veil. So I gotta be very, very careful how I describe things, the people I mention in my stories, and things of the sort. Because, you know, Haitian, especially the malicious ones, the ones who do voodoo and things like that, y'all more j'aime. You know, if I say certain things and do certain things, you feel me? I ain't trying to get killed in these streets. But je fais me parler de Florida, because shit, yo tacti longtemps. Okay, let me stop. But yeah, so as you guys can tell by the title, we're gonna be talking about, I don't even know what I'm gonna name this video, but we're gonna be talking about a spell that was placed on a family member, okay? Like, it was nuts, and I was a kid when this happened, and honestly, I'm shocked that I didn't tell this story first, because aside from the first voodoo encounter that I had in my building growing up, this had to be, like, I can't even tell y'all which came first. I would assume this happened right after, because my first vivid memory was that video. But this happened like very soon after, okay? So before we get into this, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, share this video. Thank you guys so much for 50,000 subscribers. Like, literally, I swear every time I take a break on this channel, I get a bunch of subscribers. Like, literally, I came back and I was like, oh, 50K? Listen, we need to get me a plaque, okay? We need 2 plaques, all right? I already got a plaque for my main channel. I'd love a plaque on this channel. So let's get there. All right, let's get 100K by the end of 2024. And of course, merry holidays, whatever it is that you celebrate. I am so thankful for you guys. But 2024, it is up. So boom, in this story, I had to be somewhere in like middle school, okay? And for the purposes of this video, we have to just change a bunch of details. So let's just say I was in middle school. Let's just say we were in Boston, and let's just say that this family member was an uncle. I literally just mixed a whole bunch of shit up. I'm not gonna tell y'all the real details of this, because again, safety reasons, okay? Ma beze moun mon j'aime. No, moi faite à coiffe, yo pa ka mon j'aime too easily. I still gotta be a little bit more careful, okay? Veil babies are protected in a different type of sense, but that don't mean I'm invincible, all right? I ain't trying to get killed out here. So I was with my uncle. Now, this particular uncle is an uncle I used to be very, very close with. This uncle picked me up all the time. Was always with me. Anytime I had to go to a family member's house that was of a long distance, he always picked me up and dropped me off. And to be quite honest with you, I don't remember being with anyone else except for DMX that I always mention on my personal channel. DMX is another family member, also like technically my first cousin, to be honest with you. But this uncle is a little bit different. This uncle, anytime DMX couldn't pick me up, he would pick me up. So I was always on very, very long drives with him. We were very, very close. He had kids that I was very, very close with as well. And this man, let's just say my uncle was a hoe, okay? He had women all over the world. He had kids all over the world. But see, that was none of my damn business, okay? Like, what you do in your spare time, especially me as a kid, I don't know nothing about it, okay? But I knew he was a hoe. I knew he had women all over the world. But he had this one particular woman that he was constantly on and off with, that he had a few kids with. Okay, like literally I would say two and a couple. And I'll say two and a couple because literally he had 2 kids with her, but the other ones I was sure either were miscarriages or abortions of some sort. But essentially he had kids with her. And there was always something tumultuous going on, whether it was a breakup or some sort of violent altercations. It was just a toxic relationship. But I kid you not, they were together as long as I can remember. Like literally, I think they finally broke up when I was in college. I kid you not. Like they finally moved on and they're both in completely different relationships now. But they were together since I was a kid, even after this situation. This is how you know Haitians definitely perpetuate toxic love cycles. And I swear to you, because even DMX was just like, bro, I really can't stand this bitch. And if I ever get the chance, I'm going to do voodoo on her. Swear to God, DMX said that shit. But that's neither here nor there, okay? A lot of people in the family were really close to this girl. We're going to call her Christine. Okay, Christine and him were very, very close. Like I said, they had 2 kids together. I liked Christine. She was a really nice lady. If you guys remember the story, how I said how my aunt ruined Christmas, she was there for us. She was the one that brought us to like 7-Eleven or whatever, while I was freaking having a panic attack while the closet was happening for Christmas and all of that, while my aunt and DMX were sitting here going at it and breaking walls and shit like that. So like she was a good person in my eyes. But it's crazy because as I started to dig deep into my subconscious in my childhood, I realized, okay, you weren't that great to my uncle. See, now that goes into what I talk about on this channel when I say that a lot of us don't know what people that we love do behind closed doors, especially those who practice in our lives. We may know someone is a good person surface level, but we don't know what they do behind closed doors to other people. Like to me, I knew her as a good person, but I was also a kid. Like she's not going to be malicious towards me, but who knows what that man did to her in that relationship behind closed doors, and who knows what he did to other people, because I ain't gonna lie, he had a whole lot of women and he was doing a lot of fuck shit to those women. So to be quite honest with you, he probably deserved what happened to him and everything else, even though yeah, that's my family member. To do what she did and what she consequently did in the future to him and all of that, you had to have done something. And I'm not trying to justify people doing black magic, but I'm saying like nobody just does black magic and jeopardizes their soul for absolutely no reason. Okay, you really weren't that great to my uncle. So we're probably just gonna have to give my uncle a name. We're gonna call my uncle Jonathan. Okay, so we have Jonathan and Christine. So Uncle Jonathan one time had picked me up from Jersey, and I was supposed to go to PA to visit my cousin DMX and his kids that I'm also very close with. And we took a detour in Boston. Well, really I was gonna stay there for a couple days because I had to see family over there. But it was just a very tumultuous ride. Mind you, I've been there numerous times. It's one of those things where it's not a unusual ride for me. I've been going there since I was a kid, like literally since I was a baby. When my mom first came from America, she came to, New York, she came to Boston. So I remember this ride, like literally since I was an infant. So we pull up and it starts pouring. When I'm talking about pouring, like it's weird. Like it's like as soon as we pull up to the vicinity of the house where he lives, it's pouring. But nowhere else was pouring. And listen, I'm a kid, so I'm not thinking anything of it. But looking back now, that shit don't make sense. Like imagine you're driving, you're on the highway, everything is clear, and then you just go to the block of your house and it's fucking pouring. So I'm just like, okay. And this nigga starts kind of freaking out a little bit. Bitch, I ain't trying to die. Kunya, but my goddamn monsieur. I'm just like, okay, like what's going on here? Like, why are you tripping? Like, he's literally like driving a little like trying to keep hold of the wheel, but the wheel is kind of like doing this. I'm in the back seat just like, I forgot to mention, we also just kept getting lost. Like literally, like he would make a left and it's like he just kept having to make a left, and then he'd make a right, but he had to make the same right. And mind you, this is like right after we got off the highway, by the way. So it's like every direction he went, it was like he was going in circles. That shit was scary. And it's raining to the point where you can't see in front of you. Like the rain is raining. You can't see. It's pitch black outside. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, this is it. I die young. I die young. Like, I kid y'all not. Like, I had to be like 11 or 12. I was really young. Like I said, I don't remember if this situation happened or the thing with the people turning into animals in the building. Yo, if y'all not watched that story, go watch that story. I don't remember if that one or this one happened, but I was pretty young. So I'm like, okay, this is where it ends. Okay, I just die young. And at this point, the water starts to clear a little bit, and I see burning chickens just walking in front of the car. Now, any of you guys that know anything about voodoo, anything about black magic, or anything of the sort, you would know burning chickens are a very bad sign. Usually if you see any type of burning animal in front of you, or any type of burning animal, it's usually sent after you or it's meant for you. The only reason I could see it is because I'm a veil child. I'm a veil baby. I was born in a Caul. So at this point, my uncle's freaking the fuck out because he's like, oh shit. He's like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? I'm like, oh, I'm seeing what you're seeing. I shouldn't be able to see it, but I could see it. At that point, that's kind of when I started realizing like, oh shit, yeah, I could see things that I'm not supposed to see. He starts to freak the fuck out. He knows that he can't hit the chickens because it's not going to really do anything. Honestly, I don't know. Comment down below. What would happen if you really fucking tried to hit the chickens? Because technically, like, it's in your head, but it's not in your head. So at this point, he's trying to like fucking like K-turn, U-turn back around. But the chickens, like I'm telling y'all, like it's literally black burning fucking chickens. And it's crazy because a lot of people have this whole ideology that like black magic, voodoo, Santeria, all of that shit, like none of that happens in the United States. That's complete fucking bullshit. Like literally where I grew up, like I said, it's a Haitian neighborhood. There's plenty of Hispanics there. Bro, these niggas be out here practicing bruja and shit like that in the fucking back alleys, like out in the fucking open. So I don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about. But anyways, he starts to try to back the fuck out. I'm yanking in the back seat like this. And I'm just like, yo, this shit is crazy. We finally managed somehow to get back to the house. And I'm freaking the hell out. He's calling whoever he got to call. He's calling the family like, oh, vous êtes ça, les voyez m'agidem, da-da-da-da. And I'm just in the house like, now mind you, we were supposed to go to like a different family member's house, but we didn't make it there. He went straight to his house, which I don't understand. Because in my logic, if someone sends something after you, don't you think the chickens are coming here, bitch? Usually if someone sends like burning animals after you, like usually the burning chicken thing, if I'm not mistaken, comment down below because it could mean other things. But usually it's not a good sign, if anything, right? Typically that means that it's a death omen, for the most part. It means harm, it's a death omen, it's nothing good. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself like, we're gonna die. Like, well, you gonna die, bitch. That shit ain't for me. So the reason I said that is because it's very important to know that if you are a veil baby, more than likely it is extremely frowned upon in the spiritual realm to do anything to someone qui fait avec coiffe, a veil baby, or anything of the sort. So if you harm a veil baby, it's kind of unforgivable, right? And also, if something's not meant for you, you'll be fine. So in many circumstances, if some harm is supposed to come to someone and you are in that vicinity and it's not meant for you, that person might be spared because you just happen to be there, wrong place, wrong time. But we do know a lot of people that have been harmed in wrong time, you know, wrong place, wrong time type of scenarios. So sometimes that doesn't really matter. But in my case, I was a veil baby, wasn't supposed to be there. I think that's the only reason he was spared. I swear to God, he probably would have died if he was by himself. Okay, if it's for you, it's for you. I know it ain't for me. But he's sitting there calling niggas like, oh, send something after this bitch. Oh, she sent something after me. Ja, 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 ja. Now, you guys are probably like, what happened? Why the fuck did, you know, this girl send something after him? Like I said, the man was a whore. He had babies all over the fucking town. He was constantly cheating on her. And apparently, this latest occasion, he had got another woman pregnant. So, for me, I didn't know that at the time. I had found out later, you know, by eavesdropping on my parents' conversation. So me, I'm thinking, okay, this situation is over. Ain't nobody got nothing to worry about. I'm trying to go to my other family's house so I can eat and shit. Because at this point, it's getting motherfucking late. Okay, my guy done picked me up from school. Okay, you know, after you get picked up from school, après what, 30 minutes, on va comme ça for manger, bro. So I'm like, I know you ain't got no food here. He always had like a bachelor pad. He didn't even live in a fucking house for it. Like he always rented a room. Like, your broke ass ain't got no fucking food here. I'm gonna need you to take. Listen, you guys are probably thinking like, why weren't you taking this serious, bitch? I just saw burning chickens. And I'm thinking these chickens had fucking ran away from the slaughterhouse or something. What the fuck do I know? It's him where yeah. I'm not thinking voodoo. I'm not thinking anything crazy. I'm just thinking they really ran away from the slaughterhouse. But now that I think about it, that shit was terrifying. It was like literally 5 or 6 chickens just walking, and they were burning, and they were black. I thought that maybe it was my fucking dinner. I don't fucking know. But all I know is that nigga needed to take me to get some food. Okay, so I'm just like, tonton kilowatt menem manger. He's like, oh, yeah. You're right. So we all back in the car. Y'all. The chickens are walking in front of the fucking house. I swear to God, I kid you not. The chickens are walking in front of the house. They're walking in front of the house. And they're just like, and it's weird because it's like, it's not like they're stopping. They just keep walking. They're just doom, 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 like in a row. Doom, 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 doom. And I'm just like, so now this is me thinking. As a kid, again, I'm not thinking nothing because I don't know nothing about voodoo. I didn't even know what voodoo was at the time, for real. I just kind of started figuring out what it was. Again, that could have been my fucking dinner for all I knew. Ran away from the slaughterhouse. He's freaking the fuck out. He's like, oh, no, we can't leave. Goes back in the house. Calls more people up. Oh, no. Voyons by there from ça. Salopez, all these fucking Haitian words I ain't never fucking hear in my life. I can't even repeat them because I don't even know what the fuck he said. And I'm just like, I'm just worried about my next meal at this point. And I was a little chunky baby. I was a very big child. So I needed to fucking eat. Like, I'm more concerned about my food. Clearly, he's concerned about his life. And at this point, I'm just like, when the fuck am I gonna get the fuck out of here, bro? Like, at this point, I'm about to call my mama. I'm about to call my daddy because, bitch, you starving me, bro. Like, and it's like high afternoon. It's like maybe like 5, 6 o'clock. So we're sitting here in the house, like sitting fucking ducks. There's nobody in the house. It's just me and him in the room. The other roommates or whatever are not there. We got burning chickens just doom, 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 doom. Oh, buddy, just walking, burning outside. And it's crazy because when you look out the window, you don't see them. When you like try to like find them any other way, you don't see them. It's only when you step outside. So eventually, after 2 hours being cooped up and him making all these calls to Haiti, America, Canada, France, or whatever the fuck, the chickens go away. I get to go eat. I don't think nothing of it, bitch. So after that, we go to the fucking house again. I ended up going back like a day or so later. I ended up staying at the family member's house, whatever happened. I don't even remember why I was there, but I know I ended up going to PA later, but I ended up coming back because he had to bring me back to Jersey. Yeah, I ended up having to go back to Jersey like a while later. Christine comes back, right?
Y'all, I don't know how I forgot to mention this, but she just conveniently happened to be in Haiti at the time. So another thing that I have to mention to you guys, so depending on what it is that you practice, so in this case, if you practice Haitian Voodoo, whatever spell you're going to do, especially if it's like black magic and wishing harm on someone, if you're doing it, you go to Haiti to do it, or you send someone in Haiti to do it for you, it's going to be way stronger.
And Christine was cursing him the fuck out. When I'm telling you, like, again, curse words I ain't never heard in my life. Okay, on some, oh, I'll do it again. I don't give a fuck about you or your fucking family. Kono get this, kono get that. Malpop this, salop oui. I'm just like, mind you, this is in front of me, a kid that is retaining this and trying to go back fucking home. I don't care about none of this shit. She's just like, I will kill you. You and that fucking baby and that fucking bitch. You ain't shit. Da 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 da. The thing is, I don't even know if that kid even exists. Maybe that kid got aborted or got miscarried because I have no idea where that kid is to this day. I don't remember him having any other kid besides his last one. But again, that man was a whore. That kid probably does exist somewhere. But nonetheless, the bitch stayed. Okay, she stayed with him. and they lived happily ever after for the next fucking decade or so. So I don't even understand why the fuck she did all of that goofy shit. But anyhow, she literally like admitted to that shit. She was like, yeah, like literally I'll send that shit again and I'll fucking kill you if it's the last thing I do. Like she was going to fuck in Creole, of course. And it just makes you fucking wonder, like, what lengths do people go through to do things? And then it's just like, it's not even the fact that she stayed, it's the fact that he stayed with her. Like, this bitch sent something after you to fucking kill you. And you sat here and got back with her like she wasn't fucking crazy and didn't say that she did this shit and she wouldn't do it again. Like, are you fucking crazy? Like, she literally, Chad, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Again, as a kid, I didn't know nothing that was going on. But now looking back at it, you guys are fucking stupid and you're fucking crazy. And there were so many instances after that. Like, there was another time where she put a whole love spell on the dude and the man was in a fucking trance, like, fucking state. And he literally was out here roaming around the streets. And he was roaming around the streets and almost got arrested. I'm talking about drinking, yelling, screaming, breaking bottles, doing all types of goofy shit. Literally. But now that I think about it, they probably stayed together for so long because she had him on some sort of fucking love spell. And what people need to understand with the whole love spell thing is, yeah, it does work. But the karma that you get from it and the backfire that happens from a lot of these love spells is not even worth it. Like, a lot of times you'll do a love spell on somebody and they end up hating you. A lot of times you'll do a love spell on somebody and ultimately your soul is what's sacrificed, or they end up trying to kill you or whatever the case may be. Like, you don't want to just be doing love spells on people because that shit is not always going to be to your benefit. If somebody doesn't want to be with you, let them fucking go, bro. It's not that fucking serious. Like, a lot of y'all be doing too goddamn much for me. Like, that lady was low-key crazy. Again, she was a nice lady to me, but when it came to their relationship, it was just super toxic. Like, when I'm telling you, there's stories for days when it comes to like the love spells and the death spells and the craziness that lady did to my uncle. But I probably won't ever get too much into that because that's their business. I'll probably only tell the ones that I witnessed. Let me know if you guys have ever seen burning animals, especially as a veil baby, because technically I shouldn't be able to see that, but I can because I'm a veil baby. And let me know if anybody's ever done a love spell on you or sent black magic on you. I'd love to hear your stories down below, real stories, because a lot of you guys be delusional and nobody did anything to you. It's just your fucking karma. With that being said, I love you guys so very much. Merry holidays. I'll see you guys in the next video. And of course, like I said, thank you guys so much for 50K subscribers. Join the Patreon for more support and get your merchandise. And I think that's it. Bye. Oh wait, I'm tripping. Please make sure you guys go listen to my new single. Everything you need is going to be linked down below. And most importantly, yeah, just go do that. Yeah. Merci un peu. Bye.